Davante Adams was busy Monday night. The All-Pro wide receiver caught 3 balls for 124 yards and 2 scores. Adams also caught an assault charge on Monday night as frustrations boiled over post-game and he shoved a photographer to the ground. Finally, some closure for the friends and family of former Angels pitcher Tyler Skaggs. Skaggs tragically passed away of an overdose in 2019. Now, Eric Kay, former team doctor, has been sentenced to 22 years for his role in providing the pitcher with oxycodone pills. The Washington Commanders take on the Chicago Bears in this week's edition of Thursday Night Football. These two teams haven't matched up since 2019, and both of the teams have changed a lot since then. But one thing that has remained the same is the Bears' defense, especially since they've only allowed 30 points at home this season. After a gut-wrenching concussion suffered by Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, the NFL and the NFLPA have agreed to sweeping concussion protocol changes. The new protocols will now disallow re-entrance of players that are suffering from ataxia or loss of coordination. We got weights in fish. It was the soundbite that took the nation by storm. Now, the 2 anglers at the center of the cheating controversy have been charged with felony cheating, attempted grand theft, and possession of criminal tools. They are scheduled to be arraigned on October 26. The divide between parents and referees can be best summed up in one figure: 3,800. On average, that's how many open referee positions there have been across the last decade for primary and secondary education. The biggest reason why refs are leaving? You guessed it, they're facing harassment from parents. And they're finding new careers as well. The Bureau of Labor Statistics expects the refereeing field to grow 29% over the next decade. If something doesn't change soon, this problem may only get more exacerbated.
After Major League Soccer had its season postponed 2 games in, Commissioner Don Garber was left with a question. How is he going to save a seemingly lost season?
Why don't we get them all together, get our teams, 26 teams together in one neutral site, play games every day, get our players back on the field for our fans. But very importantly, doing it with games of consequence. So a total prize pool of $1 million. The winner, getting a spot in the CONCACAF Champions League.
Planning a tournament during a raging pandemic was no easy undertaking. Garber knew he needed everyone's trust to pull this off. That's why the MLS took every precaution available.
From the very beginning, we said anything we do has to ensure that we're going to protect the health and safety of our players, all of the staff that will be accompanying them, and those that are going to be working the tournament.
The players now have approximately 3 weeks to shed those pandemic pounds and regain their chemistry before they make their way to Orlando.
Me siento bastante bien. Cada día que pasa me voy sintiendo mejor en la forma física. Y bueno, eso es muy importante para cada uno de nosotros, para prepararnos, para volver a estar a nuestro nivel.
And just like that, the MLS is back. However, one part of live soccer will be missing from this tournament: the fans.
The biggest thing is just that we know we have their support. We know how much the club means to them. We know how much us performing means to them. And we can feel them, whether it's in Chicago or whether it's in Orlando. So we want to go down there. We want to give them something good to watch, and we want to represent them well on the field.
Welcome back to Full Sail Live. I'm Ethan Oakley, reporting live here from Yankee Stadium, where this afternoon, Aaron Judge has the chance to hit his 62nd home run of the season. Number 62 breaks Roger Maris' Yankee record as well as the American League record. However, some are saying that 62 should also be the MLB single-season record.
62 home runs, how would he be celebrated? I said the $1 million question is, will he be celebrated as a single-season home run champ, and will he get all the fanfare that he deserves? So here we are. He's heading to 62. He's going to be in New York, and he should be revered and celebrated just like the single-season home run champ.
Maris Jr. is, of course, referring to the fact that 62 home runs has never been hit in a single season without the assistance of performance-enhancing drugs. Thanks, Gordy. It was another game and another loss for the Sixers, whose fans have now seen their team eliminated in the second round of the playoffs in 4 of the last 5 seasons. This elimination comes with a little extra sting, as it comes at the hands of their former teammate,
Jimmy Butler. Butler, who has made his dislike for the Sixers well aware, took his revenge out on his former team to the tune of a playoff career high in points. Butler was let go after the 2019 season so that the Sixers could re-sign Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris over me?
A move that to this day has left some in the organization stunned.
I didn't wish he was my teammate. Still don't know how we let him go, but I wish I could have gone to battle with him still, but it is what it is.
In his interview following the loss, Joel Embiid also had critical comments for his GM Daryl Morey, his head coach Doc Rivers, and his former MVP teammate in James Harden. The Sixers certainly have a lot of questions to answer this offseason in what looks to be another installment of a dramatic offseason. Reporting live from Sixers headquarters in Camden, New Jersey, for Full Sail Live, I'm Ethan Oakley.
The Astros, led by Christian Javier, were able to throw a no-hitter against the league best New York Yankees yesterday. This is the first time this feat has been accomplished since 2003, and since 1958, the Astros remain the only club to throw a no-hitter against the New York Yankees. What's even more impressive about this no-hitter is the fact that the Yankees are currently playing some of the best team baseball ever. The Yankees are on pace to break the all-time win record, and they are also on pace to have one of the highest season run differentials ever recorded. Oh, and their MVP frontrunner Aaron Judge? Well, he's currently batting better than 90% of the MLB.
They're a good team, and you got to play well in pretty much all areas if you're going to beat them. So, they held us down today, and held us down to obviously last night too. So we gotta be able to match them, but it's 2 games and a long stretch. So we'll turn the page from this one and hopefully go out and salvage a series tomorrow.
The Yankees can't afford to be shut down like this again, especially not against the Astros. The Yankees, in their quest to win the World Series this year, will most likely have to play the Astros, who have become a staple in the ALCS for the last half-decade.
We got weights and fit!
That was the moment that Jake Runyon and Chase Comiskey were caught cheating at the Lake Erie Walleye Trail fishing tournament last Friday. The 2-man fishing team placed their walleye to be weighed, and it was immediately evident that something stunk and it wasn't the fish. What appeared to be 6 pounds of walleye weighed out to be a whopping 12 pounds, leading to the tournament director to cut the fish open and discover lead weights and walleye fillets had been placed inside the fish to pad the weight.
Sue Bird made WNBA history this Sunday by becoming the oldest player to record a double-double in the postseason. Bird, who turned 41 this year, put up 18 and 10 while leading her squad to victory. Robert Lewandowski celebrated his 34th birthday in style by scoring his first ever goal in La Liga. The reigning player of the year didn't have to wait long to get his first points, scoring in just his second game with his new club, FC Barcelona. MVP hopeful Josh Allen made his preseason debut and threw a beautiful 28-yard bomb to Gabriel Davis. The Bills would go on to score touchdowns on their next 5 consecutive drives.
Clippers versus Spurs, we pick it up at the half. Spurs 5-5 in their last 10, trying to extend their lead into the break. DeMar gets to his spot and nails his shot with a 10th of a second to spare. DeRozan had 21 in the first half. Midway through the quarter, Clips up by 1. DeRozan drives hard and gets the foul called, but gets it called on him. On second look, DeRozan gets George in the nose with an elbow. George would have to head to the locker room to get the bleeding under control. George would return to the game, and the 2 SoCal natives showed there were no hard feelings as they dapped each other up. Into the fourth now, game tied. George finds the loose rebound and finds Montrezl Harrell for the 2-handed slam to take the lead heading into the clutch. Spurs back up by 2 now, and Mills and Aldridge work the 2-man game, and that massages their lead. Mills gets involved again this time with a 3-pointer of his own, and suddenly the Spurs are up by 7. 1 minute later, Spurs up by 3, and it's Kawhi who finds Beverly on the drive for the 3 in the tie. Kawhi had 7 assists on the night. Derek White misses a bunny here, leading to a fast break, and George finds Kawhi for the massive one-handed slam and the lead with just 90 seconds remaining. 20 seconds left. Spurs need a stop to stay in the game. George isos stances on Lonnie Walker and gets the J to seal the deal. Mills would go on to make his 6th-3 of the night, but it was too little too late, as the Clips would go on to win this nail-biter 108-105.